Hey guys, Mike here. Today I'm going to talk about how much you can make driving for Uber and Lyft. So let's talk about it. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. Alright guys, so I've got the slides up here so you guys can follow along. So let's break it down and start by week. So the average here is $18 to $23 an hour, okay, driving for Uber and Lyft. I then multiply that by 40 hours. So obviously you can alter that by how many hours you work. I think you can even do more than 40. But I'm just going to pick 40 because that's what most people do when they do a full-time job. So that equals $720 to $920 an hour after gas expenses. These gas expenses are mine, so obviously you'll have to change it depending on your mileage. Mine's roughly 30 miles per gallon, so that should give you guys an idea. And then you can do about 2 to 3 rides an hour. And so for Uber, there are 2 quests per week. One is from Monday to Thursday, and the other is from Friday to Sunday. And that will be roughly 18 to 25 rides for the first tier, which is roughly $20 to $50 in bonuses, and then 70-ish rides for tier 2, and that's going to be about another $30 to $50 on top of that. Make sure you know that. Some people get confused about that. It's on top of, so it's not in addition. So like if it says tier 2 is 120, no, you're not getting 120. You're getting the difference between that and tier 1. So just make sure you bear that in mind. And now tips is a little hard to calculate because it obviously depends on how lucky you are, how generous people are, how good your service is. So I average that to about $1 to $3 an hour. You're going to have hours where you don't get anything, but you're also going to get passengers who tip you a lot, and then they'll make up for the hours where you didn't get anything. Okay, and so altogether, get your calculators out. That equals roughly $860 to $1,240 a week. All right, let's move on to the next slide. All right, guys, so next slide here. So how much does that equal to a month? So obviously you just multiply the numbers from the previous slide by 4, which gives you roughly $3,440 to $4,960 a month. Again, that may change. You might have some weeks where you work more, some weeks where you work less. I'm just doing this again off the average 40 hours a week. Okay? All right, next slide. Okay, so we got the months. How about per year? I'm sure this is a big question for you guys. So you multiply again the months times 12, which will give you roughly $41,280 to $59,520 a year. Now, bear in mind, this is a job that is not hard to apply for, okay? That's the exciting part. You can apply right now, and within roughly 1 to 2 weeks, you're on the road. So that's pretty exciting. And that's kind of the point here is it's not hard to do. The job itself is not very difficult. I've had jobs that pay less and were harder. And I think as long as you're a professional, considerate, you treat people the way you want to be treated, and you time your the hours you go on wisely, this is totally worth it. So that's that. Let's move on to the last slide. Alright, so I'm sure you've possibly seen another video or two about this, and you're telling me, Mike, you forgot referrals and streak bonuses. No, I didn't. The reason I did not include them is because referrals, personally, guys, I've been doing this for almost 4 months now. I've never gotten a referral. That obviously may be different for you guys, but in my opinion, they're not consistent enough. Unless you have really wide influence or you have a lot of people that you can get in touch with, who you can refer, you're not going to get, otherwise you're not really going to get those referrals. So this calculation I made here is without the referrals. So this is, I guess, what you would call the low estimate. Okay, I'm just going with what I believe is what the average person can get. If you can get referrals on that, then that's fantastic. That's probably, I don't even know. It's a decent chunk added on to what I've got here. Okay, so my point here is it's good money even without the referrals and the streak bonuses. The streak bonuses probably add a good 20 to 30 a week on top of that. So just do the math. That will add on nicely as well. So this may be not as glamorous as what you've heard from other people, but I still think this is amazing. My point here is this number you guys can get. You put in the hours every week, you will get this amount. Okay. Obviously, bear in mind if you're in rural areas, then yeah, you can't just drive around and completely aimlessly. You obviously got to be in your urban areas. You got to put some planning into it, but it is achievable. You put the effort in. You strategize correctly. Your surges and all that. You can get these numbers. I hit these numbers. You guys can hit them as well. These are very doable. That's my point here. All the referral stuff, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been able to do it. If you guys can, fantastic. I personally don't think it is, so I haven't included them. If you can, fantastic. I'm really happy for you guys. So that's my point here, guys. I hope this has informed some of you better. Hopefully some of you are interested now in joining. There's one other thing that I didn't include thinking back. That's cargo. I'm sure you guys have heard of that possibly. It's where you put a product in your car and basically it gets stocked by a company. But it's only in a few markets, so I'm not going to include that because that's limited to certain areas. And so once they spread out further, then I'll definitely remake a video. But at this time, they're not in my area. I think they're only in 2 or 3 markets. So yeah, I'm not going to include the cargo for now, but that may change. So I hope that's informed you guys, helped you guys. Maybe some of you guys were demotivated because you weren't getting the referrals and those amazing numbers that you heard. But hopefully with this now, you've seen that there are numbers you can achieve. These are achievable, and when you break it down, it's actually pretty amazing. So yeah, guys, I hope that's helped. Should be a video coming again in a couple days. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys, and have a good one.